What could go wrong? How is he not on his way to the hospital right now? We all doubted him.
He's out here, dude. You really gotta lean back, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we are trucking today, brothers and brothettes. Right. Nate here is pulling a Coyote swap out of a Hennessey. We got this truck with spilled milk. We got that truck that's blown up, but it's actually got a new motor. This supercharged V8 Trackhawk is getting its stuff worked out, but we're waiting on parts there. We've got another interesting build here. This is a Coyote swapped Hennessey that is blown up. But like the rolling joke has been lately, you only own one. That's it. You'll never get another one. And after seeing this one, I'm starting to understand that. I don't want to like degrade people, but yeah, these guys have been absolutely no help to us. So
they really cut them.
This truck has 4,000 miles on it and the rings let go. So yeah, and their warranty only works like you have to be the original owner of the truck to get any sort of warranty. But
it's kind of dumb in my opinion. Like if you're gonna buy, over $100,000 truck, it's still warranty your work, especially under a certain mileage.
You could buy a $200 RC car and blow it up, and like 2 years out they'll give you a new one.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, just like warranty your stuff. Like I don't know, it is Ford stuff, but Ford's not going to do anything because obviously it's not like a big fix. But we called Hennessey multiple times and I'm like, hey, if this is actually blown up, like what do we do? They're like, oh well, we'll send you a quote to fix it. Like it's got 4,000 miles on it, dude. I called them and they were like, oh wait, it doesn't have a catch can? That's crazy. And then I'm like, yeah, that's freaking crazy. And then later on they took it back like, oh, it's not supposed to have one. So I don't know if it is, but in my opinion it is. So it's getting one. It's actually gonna get an air oil separator. I think we're gonna give it a radium one, so that'll be nice. All right, before we get too deep in this, we're actually going to start it and show you how we figured out what the real problem was. All right, so there's your problem. I don't know if you can see that smoke. We don't want to let it run too much, but put your hand down here. You can feel a ton of it, yeah. So the oil pan is getting compressed like a mofo. I guess the crankcase, I should say. So that's good. That's always good. So
Sign of a well-running engine.
Here we'll get some time lapses and some other info on that here in a minute. I need to dive into SEMA. It's SEMA time. We have a lot of cars going. We've got this one, this Porsche here. We've got an RS6 wagon, and then the McLaren is going. So we'll start diving in on this one right now. If you watched the last episode, you know this is a Techart kit for this 992 Carrera S. I am going to assemble the wing here and make sure that everything fits and lines up, and we have all that before I get it off the paint and fit everything else up and disassemble the car. So let's get into this. Okay, on to the hex spoiler. Comes with all the hardware, very nice. All the mounting brackets. 2 pieces, little divider on the inside, and these acrylic uprights, which I talked about last time, but man, I was like kind of into these. So let's get this put together, see how this stuff looks, and decide what we're painting and what color and all that stuff. I mean, it's going to be silver, but we've got to decide we want to make this little point. Keep this black or do something there, and what color to make the end pieces and all sorts of stuff like that. All right, before we actually dive into this, I want to talk about the installation process. So every piece has numbers on it. They almost look like Porsche part numbers. So you take this number and you type it in, the first 9, into the Techart website over here. It will bring up the manual as a PDF that you can download to assemble everything. And that's freaking fire. I wish every body kit would do this, but they don't. So they also sent enough panel bond to stick everything to the car, and everything fits perfectly so far. So every other body kit doesn't matter to me right now. If you're not doing this kind of stuff, then shoo. Okay, the wing is together roughly. There still is some mesh in here I gotta put in, but it looks good. I'm big impressed with Techart stuff. It all lines up perfectly. Everything's like countersunk, so it doesn't wiggle. This isn't even tight. It doesn't wiggle at all. So there's another piece that goes right here that gets painted the body color. So everything that's white is getting painted, well, and these black pieces too. I think we're gonna paint them silver. I'm still on the side, maybe paint this black to match some of these black accents, but even then everything's kind of like matte black, so I don't know. Here, and actually a cover goes in front here on this upper tail light here, so that, I mean, you really won't see it, so makes sense. So that's pretty much it for any assembly before installation. All right, it's pretty late, so I'm probably gonna go to bed and catch the rest of this tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and this motor is pissing. It's so excited to be pulled out. We have to pull this out and diagnose it, really figure out what's blown up in it. I know it's 2 rings for sure, but there might be other stuff. Hopefully there's not. Here, pulled off the radiator, the condenser, the front bumper, the radiator mount, all the good stuff up here. We are gonna get into this, pull off the supercharger, then we can get chains on it and pull the motor out. Let me get the motor out of this real quick before we go back to the Porsche, I should say. We have everything unbolted, ready to take this supercharger out. It's not the heaviest thing in the world. It should come out nicely. Are you ready, or are you just gonna keep dicking around? What the? Are you kidding me? What the? What are you doing over there? Just hanging out with your gloves on? Just now you're standing in the shot. Now you're in the shot. There, just get a finger in there. You do the same thing. I'll grab the front. We'll just like triangular 3-way this thing out. Ready? Set. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh no. The pocket vibrator.
You know less in there or what?
You know what they're called? You don't? No. I literally just
I
called
might
it
have done some research.
a cookie vibrator. Have you bought one?
No. But I might have.
I can't show this to my family now. We got a thing right now for superchargers sitting on tables. Got one here. Got one over there for the track hawk. So I guess we can get into it. It's at a Bloats-Ruer. It's a 2.9 Roots blower. It's got the 2 lobes inside of there. Maybe we can pull this off and check those out. There's a cooler that runs coolant through here to there. So air gets sucked in here, compressed here, goes through the cooler, air to water cooler right there, and then gets inducted into the motor. Oh, there's a lot to actually do here. These are the stock rails that come on the stock Coyote, stock fuel rails with injectors. There's a second set of injectors on this truck. So the blower comes with another set of injector holes right here. So you get 2 injectors, which is nice. It's nice to have 2 sets because you can have smaller ones and bigger ones to have a better idle or more power if you're going bigger. There's all kinds of benefits of that. So with that being said, the rails had to come out, the injectors had to come out. We had to take off the throttle body and a couple pulleys and a bunch of crap. So, you know, don't mind the mess here, but yeah. We're gonna put the chain and the leveler on top of the block here so that we can tilt her up and pull this out. Nate wants me to hold his crankshaft.
That was weak old water.
Are you serious?
That's kind of gross.
That's gross.
I picked up the wrong bottle.
Tastes like turtles. Ow, you just ran over my foot. I'm over here holding the freaking crankshaft and you're just not helping me out. In this crankshaft, and I got real technical thoughts for a sec. Who in the hell has in here holding this crankshaft for Sir Nathaniel? Who in the hell has an inverted Torx that small? That's some shit. All right, we are strapped up, mounts off, things coming out. All right, we are ready. Give it a little pump. Oh shoot, hold on. I think we are good, except for whatever the hell in this is. Oh, this has got to come off the block here. We are technically out. We just have to, we always have to do this. Pull the wheels off, lower everything as low as we can, and kind of use the lift, because we don't have a hoist or any of that weird crazy crap for these ginormous vehicles. That needs it, because the motor's ginormous. Trucks are huge, and nothing that the motor cranes we have lifted over this, so, you know, here we are.
2-ton crane.
We need a freaking, go use the crane that's outside.
Yeah.
So I guess this more or less turned into a Hennessey Velociraptor V8 video. You know, like, this shouldn't be coming out, but it's only got 4,000 miles on it, and the rings are toast up in there, so that's good. But, you know, what do you do? What do you do? But, in good news, it's just the rings. The piston walls aren't, they look great actually on camera, so that's good. We're gonna get it all pulled apart, get it all cleaned up, redo everything, put it back in. It'll be better than new. Probably upgrade the pistons and the rods just to make sure while we're in there, and gonna have a crispy Coyote after that. Back off the Ford Coyote stuff and go back over here to SEMA stuff. I actually haven't done anything on this right now. We need to pull this wing off and get this one installed. This went together and it held together without using bolts, but you know, I should put bolts in it now to, oh, as I say that, full. It's solid, I just bumped it right in the correct spot. But you're supposed to put screws in here and bond, glue, they call it clept. Well, we'll get everything painted, then we'll get it all put together. Everything's gonna be glued and bonded, and there's actually painted panels that go on the outside here, so that'll look interesting. Everything looks really, really clean. I'm impressed with all this Techart stuff. I'm like 95% sure a lot of this is 3D printed, so that's sick. SEMA season, so we have a Darwin Pro RS6 kit that we're putting on Aaron Brimhall's RS6. There's the fenders, here's the back bumper, I believe, and here's the wing for the roof rear over the hatch. Yeah, the carbon fiber from them is freaking fire. Looks so good. I'm honestly impressed. There's a little what's the word? Shit. Off the next one with the Audi. Get this mocked up. You can pull out all the fenders and see what all that stuff looks like, because that's really nice. It's just been crazy in here. Got to finish the Trackhawk. Get the Coyote rebuilt, fixed. Get the supercharger back on. Get Hunter Stealth put together. And get a yoke put in this this Tesla, and a bunch of other carbon fiber bits. Get those powder coated, and get a rack put on it. But yeah, other than that, we'll catch you with the RS6 next time.